And speaking of wearing things on our bodies, Starner, before I let you go, what about the development of clothing that has some capability to tell us things about ourselves?
Well, my research group at Georgia Tech has been doing that for a while. We've been wearing devices every day for 20 years, and we've had a textiles program for quite some time. However, what we've discovered to be really the compelling application is on dogs. We have this project called FIDO, Facilitating Interactions for Dogs with Occupations, where we're making basically vests for these dogs with textiles and sensors in them, where, if you have, a dog who's out on a search and rescue mission, say in the mountains in the Sierra Nevadas, and you're looking for a lost child, these dogs often cross-train for live search as well as cadaver search. And you send the dog out, and it can actually bite one thing, or one area in the vest, or pull another, and that indicates whether or not they found a live or dead body, and then the trainer can actually send back a signal from a distance.
Well, that is really something. Starner, thanks for joining us. Short break, right back. Starner, just before the break, you were talking about these vests for dogs. Can you say a little more about that?
Certainly. So we've identified quite a few situations where dogs who have occupations might benefit from having a wearable computer on them. And they include the search and rescue scenario I gave you, but we're also just working with the Georgia State Police with bomb-sniffing dogs. So generally a dog is trained to approach an explosive and stay there until the handler releases them. And oftentimes this is on a 6-foot leash, which is dangerous for both the dog and the trainer. What we saw just the other day was dogs off leash on a 27-foot leash. And the thing is, the dogs can actually distinguish between stable explosives, like a gunpowder explosive, versus an unstable explosive, like a peroxide explosive. And since dogs know this, maybe they can communicate it to their handler, again, by just selecting one or the other button or textile or capacitive device on their vest. And then the handler at a distance can look on their, in this case we have it hooked up to Google Glass, can look on Glass and say, oh, this is an unstable explosive, let me recall my dog, and just figure out where he was using the GPS unit.
Fascinating.